Many of you don't know me, but I'm B, Alfie's daughter. There's a reason we've never met, but we'll get to that later. For now, he'd want me to thank you all for coming, and to apologise for not being here to get the first round in. Valentine's might seem like a strange time for a wake. We don't often speak of love and death together, but we should. Alfie was Hereford, born and bred. He loved working the land, but had ideas too. No one knows time's passing more than those that work outdoors, so by 16, he yearned for excitement. Maybe it was that longing that brought Rose into his life. Rose? Mum? Here somewhere, but tucked away, of course. Again, we'll get to why later. Rose and Alfie met over 70 years ago. And it's that story, their story, and mine, that I'd like to remember today. It all started right here, in Hereford's cattle market, in February 1914. All right.
Everything's a battle with you. Can't we just say our goodbyes and be done? Come on, boy!
Easy now. Nothing to be afraid of. In you go.
What's your price, boy?
The name's Alfie. And it's £10, mister.
Fair, child. I'll give you 5.
8.
£7. Take it or leave it.
Make that guinea in is yours. Need some help, miss?
I'm quite capable, thank you. Oh.
There you go.
I am not livestock, sir.
And I'm no sir. Shall we call it quits?
Oh.
Harmless stuff, mud. Been covered in a tinsel as a nipper. Let's get you cleaned up, miss.
Damn these stupid shoes. He said he was going shopping. I didn't know he meant for bulls.
Rose, isn't it? I'm at school with your brother Richard.
Oh, you are?
On a scholarship. I hope your father takes good care of our bull.
That worries you?
Gentle lad he was, but a bit stubborn. Like me.
Then why sell him?
Debts, miss.
Oh, sorry.
It's my father you should be sorry for. That bull sired hundreds of calves.
My dad said it's your land which is your true wealth.
We rent. But I have plans. Education. Schooling. The educated man is free as a bird.
But not the educated woman, sadly.
Won't you just marry some fine rich gentleman and have his children?
No! I want to go to Slade and study art. Portraiture, to be exact. Father forbids it, of course. One day he'll sell me off like one of your cows.
So what will you do, miss?
Well, at the moment I sneak about like a thief in the night. I sketch by moonlight in the garden.
Stars shining feebly through the clouds. Large gardens whose intoxicating perfume...
Georges Sand? You know her work.
You'd be surprised at what I know.
Come and sit in the light. Perfect. Stay still. Don't move! Thanks for your assistance.
You've more than flattered me, miss.
Rose. It's passable.
Dagar himself.
And now you're flattering me. Sans dégâts. You're quite the aesthete.
Feet in the mud, eyes on the stars.
A poet, too.
Rose, for Christ's sake, son, come here once.
Rose!
Here, a reminder to help you get your nerve up.
And so it begins. A helping hand offered, a meeting of minds, and a few lines to sketch out a lifetime. When we start a story, the ending remains uncertain, and yet we set off regardless, full of conviction, full of hope, full of dreams for the future. Look at the person you'll hear today. How did your story start? What happens next? Where might it end up? The beginnings and middles you write today will earn you the endings of tomorrow. And love is easier today in 1982. The youngsters of today go down to the arcade or go to the disco or come out and have burgers. They can eat and drink and dance and talk every night of the week. Romance has menu options. But back in the day, romance was a simple affair. So our Alfie turned to what he knew. For young love's playground, he chose a field. Hereford's Bartonshire Meadows, to be exact. It's June 1914.
Where are we?
Bartonshire Meadows. You've never been here?
In the daylight, perhaps. The moon is beautiful, though.
It is. Here, lean your bike on mine. And we have to be quiet. Barbed wire. Careful now. If it gets a hold of you. Biggest badger set in the county.
Oh.
We'll need to Lila.
Leo.
Alf, you mean?
No, the constellation, silly.
Ah, right.
Alfie,
What is it?
where are the badgers?
Scared stiff?
Do they even exist?
Sorry?
Alfie Landsman, did you bring me here on a pretext? There will be none of that until someone makes an honest woman of me.
Is that a hint? So what other constellations do you know?
Oh. Well, there's, Orion's Belt, and Ursa Minor, or the Little Bear. Hercules, of course. And Cygnus, otherwise known as the Swan. Cassiopeia.
My uncle's in the merchant navy. Travels all over the world. Calls them God's map.
Do you dream of going to sea? A far-off land's adventure?
Why do you ask?
Father says there's going to be a war. It's in the newspapers.
I found my new adventure right here.
Oh, I hope that's the truth. Oh, the dawn's coming. I better be back before they wake up.
Yes, Miss Fairchild. I'll never get used to the size of this house. Shh.
You'll wake them.
What did he think about me? Really?
I don't care, and neither should you.
Well, in that case...
Hereford High Town, August 1914.
Whole family, and then paint it, of course. And then I thought, well, I don't have enough paint for my father's enormous nose. I can't believe this is really happening.
Your father was right.
I think he's happy there's a war to keep us apart.
The army would probably do better with you than me.
I'll join the nursing service. He can't stop me.
You'll do your part here, Rose. I know it. And here is where I'll come back to. 6 months together just wasn't long enough for me to show you that...
It was long enough for me to know that this is what I want.
I'll be a better man for it.
You have nothing to prove to anyone. Certainly not my family.
Squat!
When I get back.
When you get back.
Squat! Excellent. Shut!
We can...
We will.
Squat! 5, 11. Quick. March!
Alfie,
Rose!
So their story, our story, became part of history. On June 28th, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated by the Black Hand, a Serbian-backed terrorist group, in an attempt to break up the Austro-Hungarian Empire and increase Serbian power in the Balkans. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia in response. Germany supported Austria-Hungary, and Russia supported Serbia. Russia deployed its military. So Germany invaded France to avoid a two-front war. Britain declared war on Germany to support Belgian neutrality. Now, what any of this has to do with two teenagers in love, sorry, is anybody's guess. But Alfie was sent to the trenches, the Rue de Dam network in northern France. And Rose learnt how to make shells in Rotherwas Royal Ordnance Factory. It is November 1914.
Joe! Joe!
two! I brought two!
You'll be catching up with those farm girls soon, Princess.
Well, my boy is a farm boy, isn't he?
Well, go on then. Give it some for Alfie.
Oh, I'd do anything for him.
I bet you would.
John! Wait for me, mate. Wait for me. can hear you, but I can't see you. Joe! Just hold on and we'll get you, mate. We'll get you, mate. We'll get ya.
I'm aching.
Aching, she says.
It's huge, that thing.
Huge, eh? It's aching, she says. A huge thing, she says. Did Alfie come home on leave and no one's told us?
I do ache for him. More than I can bear, almost.
Oi, dreamer. Grab me that chain and hold another. The quicker we can make these, the quicker they can get done and come home. But watch your fingers.
I'm coming, Joe. What the fuck, Alf? What the fuck are you doing, Alf? I'm going for Joe. I was supposed to move at midnight, pointing your weak arms. Can't go without Joe. Joe's been dead 3 fucking days. Ow, we gotta go.
Hereford Cattle Market, August 1915.
I've been here every day this week, and now you're here. I got your letter on Sunday, and I thought you'd be here on Monday, but Father said I had to be patient because everyone on furlough was being delayed at the stations. I thought we could meet here because, well, it's where we first met, and that seems silly now, but I just can't believe you're back. I'm still doing munitions, and I've met some really great girls. I can't wait for you to meet them. They've been teaching me to swear. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking. I just can't believe you're here. I got him back.
What happened?
Oh, a haulage chain at the factory. It's my war wound. Sorry. I feel him though. Muscles like a farm girl. Do I look different? I've learned so much. Sorry, I'll stop talking. What was it like? Was it very bad?
I miss the sky here.
I looked up at night and imagined you looking up at the same sky. Did you look up and think of me?
You smell. You smell really good.
Shall we go somewhere, Alfie?
The next train arriving at Hereford is the 10 o'clock on August the 21st, 1915.
A whole week early. It's cruel, Alfie. Don't you want to spend time with me?
My unit.
Please, Alfie. I'll wait for you.
When this is over, I'll come back to you. You have my word. Until then, keep me safe.
Two hearts with a world between them. Alfie must go and Rose must stay. It would be 4 long, hard years of living and waiting. But no matter how slow the tick of the clock, time must pass. The fury of war burned itself to ashes, and those scarred by its flames began to drag themselves home. The enormity of dying, the oceans of weeping, made love seem all but lost. But memory persists. Rose and Alfie would be reunited. And without that happy fact, I wouldn't be here to finish their tale. Although, it's not without a twist. But that's for later. Let's take some time now to eat and drink and talk and laugh. Those you love are by your side. Relish them as you relish your food. Share your memories like you share your chips. And when you're all ready, we'll return to our star-crossed lovers once the war is over.
Finally.
Joe!
Oh. What can I get? A pot of tea for two, please.
So, how was your journey back?
Fine.
Good, that's good. Did you travel with anyone?
Joe!
No, not Joe. No roses for Joe.
Just me.
So hard to know where to start. But I do want to, Alfie. Start over, I mean, and now we can.
Please, no!
Well,
All right.
oh, Jane sends her regards. She still makes me laugh.
Enemy section! Disregard! Prepare for fire! Fire!
Well, her life is certainly looking different now. I suppose the same is true for you. You can't exactly go back to living with your father now. Come and live on the grounds. You could work for my father. You could be our gardener. What do you say?
Right.
The fosse on Hereford's Castle Green was Rose's family home. It is May 1919.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. You've been ever so busy since you got here. The garden's looking marvellous. You always did like a rose. Shall we talk? Are you really just going to ignore me?
I'm working. What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm gardening.
Come on now, you'll get mud.
I don't care.
Careful, the thorns. If they get hold of you. You're hurt.
I'm fine.
I'll get Mr. Fairchild.
And don't you dare.
Yes, miss.
Miss. I'm Rose. I'm your bloody Rose. So that's it. You're just going to pretend you're part of the service and not talk to me? Alfie. It's all right. I'm okay. Alfie, wait.
The fosse, December 1919.
Come in.
Your father asked for me.
I had to do something. Wait! Talk to me. They won't be back for hours.
It ain't right us being here alone together.
That's not what you used to say.
We never did anything that would spoil your name.
Now you won't even look at me, let alone touch me. I miss you. Still, even though you're here.
I have to go.
Where?
It's too much.
I'm here. I always have been. I always will. Look at me. If you look at me, we can find each other.
Rose, you don't have to.
I want to.
We ain't married.
I don't care.
Well, I'm not sure I can.
Just take one step at a time, then.
Healing is painful. Too painful for some. The mind and body need to find agreement. They were both fighters in their own way. Alfie wanting to do what's right and Rose believing the heart conquers all. Those first few years after the war, everyone was trying to crawl out of the darkness, but the light was hard on the eyes. Perhaps that's why they say love is blind. breaks my heart to think of Rose and Alfie, Mum and Dad, so close and yet so far apart. I know you're all willing them on. The stakes are higher for me. So let's meet them one more time in the field in 1921. A new chapter is about to begin. A new life hangs in the balance.
Dear Rose, please meet me at midday in Bartonshire Meadow. There is a matter we must discuss. Yours, Alfie. Well, it's not poetry, but it certainly looks pretty on paper. And it's the question he wants to ask that counts.
To do the right thing is often the hardest thing, the thing we fear the most.
When we're married and sharing a bed,
Be a man, not a worm in the mud.
and then children and games and laughter,
Children, think on that
we'll be complete.
forever.
Why, Alfie Landsman, fancy meeting you here. And with a picnic, no less.
Rose,
Oh, Alfie, don't be nervous. It's too sweet.
I have something I need to say. I don't have the words for this.
Try, Alfie. Nothing worth having is easy.
Rose Fairchild, the way you see the world is a gift. You sense the light inside things, the art, the romance, the goodness. Any man would be privileged to have you by his side. Any child would be blessed to have you as a mother. You deserve to be happy and free as a bird. That's why I need to say. That's why I must say.
Go on, Alfie, you can.
But that's it, Rose. I can't.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I can't be the husband you want me to be.
You're not proposing. Well, then what was all that?
I'm leaving. I'm tainted. The blood, the mud, the voices calling out in the dark. The wire got a hold of me. It tore holes in me. It let the rot in. I can't pass it on to you. I can't pass it on to our children. I have to do the right thing.
Oh, don't try and play the fucking hero! You're running away, you coward!
That too, maybe.
But where are you going to go, exactly?
To see. To follow God's map for a while. At least you can start over without embarrassment.
Don't you dare tell me what to do!
Rose! 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 Rose.
You can go now.
Goodbye, Rose.
After they parted ways in a meadow in 1921, Rose and Alfie never saw each other alive again. Rose never met another man she thought could take Alfie's place. Not one in 6 decades. Alfie sent her postcards from all over the world, but not one had a return address. Rose heard that Alfie'd passed away and that his body was coming home, so she finally got to say the goodbye that she had held on to for 60 years. I know we're all sad to see Alfie go. Even a Valentine's feast such as this can't guarantee love a happy ending. Every rose comes bound in thorns. For me, that's especially true. But love is what makes us human. It's what makes us dream. It's what makes us live life fully. At least, it's what makes you all live. Sadly, the end of their story is also the end of mine. See, Alfie was the dad I could have had. Rose, the mother I would have loved. But love tore them apart before I could even begin. I just wasn't meant to be.